Chicks.
Boom. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Finding Your Music Mojo. I'm TC from TKR Video Central. And
I'm Dawn from Two Hip Chicks, of course. Of course. Why not? Who else would I be?
Yeah, when we come on every other Monday talking randomly about different musical topics. And this week is really going to be random because we were actually going to do this a month ago, but Dawn didn't get back from her trip to take her mom up to see her brother on time. And so Kim filled in for her and we pushed this back so we could do it tonight.
Because we're crazy that way. Crazy.
So
I was looking forward to it too. So I've had my little notebook here for quite a while now. I don't know why my camera looks like it's glitching, doesn't it?
I don't see anything. It looks
okay.
Okay
It looked to me like it was glitchy, but like that.
It might be. So we're going to play Spin the Wheel. We've each picked 8 topics we'd like to ask the other person about and see what they have to say. We may not get through all 8 of them. We may have another time to add stuff to a later one. But I thought it would be fun and is completely random. Hello, Mary. Hi, Dee. Welcome.
Hey, Dee. Welcome. And my lovely wife.
And Mary. Yep. So, who wants to go first? Do you want to answer first or spin first?
Let's ask the chat who would they want to see go first.
Okay. Who would you like to see?
Who should go first, guys?
Spin and answer.
Yeah. Who should answer or spin? Or yeah. Give me a it's putting it back on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Making them work for it. It's interactive is what this is called. This is the interactive portion of our program. All right. I want TC to answer a question first, says Mary.
Okay.
You chimed in first, girl. You get your way.
All righty.
I never say no to my wife. All
right.
Go
ahead and pull up your wheel.
There we go. There's my wheel. I'm going to give it oops, I'm clicking the wrong screen. Give it a spin.
Question two.
Number two. All right, I will remove number 2 now from the wheel. There it goes. Now number 2 is gone. All right, so bringing this back up. Question number 2, sir.
Okay.
This is the getting to know TC better questions. Is what this is.
Oh boy.
What 2 artists, living or dead, doesn't matter, because in this world, everybody's still around.
Right.
Would you like to have perform a duet together? And you can also pick the song if you'd like.
Oh wow.
Told you this is getting to know you.
I'm surprised at this point that Richard Carpenter hasn't put together a duets album of Karen doing some of their album tracks with other popular artists that could match the range. Would have loved to have seen Karen sing a duet with practically anybody.
Agreed.
She was just awesome. But together, wow. Well, we've had Barry Manilow and Lily Tomlin, so anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mentioned this last week on the show, actually on Influencers. I think would have liked to have seen Karen Carpenter and Jan Arden do something together.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Jan was a huge fan of Karen's, and like me, Karen was her favorite artist growing up, and still is one of her favorites. And that would have been Dynamite. If we're going for living right now, I would pick. There are too many collaborations as it is that don't really need it, but there are a couple that right now, and these are both Eurovision related.
Why
Also,
did I not see that happening? Go. What
um,
do you got? What do you got?
I think it would be incredible to put the two Swiss performers from this last few years together, put Jean's Tears together with Nemo, because it would be absolutely incredible.
That
The
would be
two of
interesting.
them have such incredible vocal power, and they have complementary voices. It would be really something to see what they would do.
That would
So,
be cool. Hey,
yeah.
put that idea out there in the universe. Somebody might pick up on it.
Yep.
That's cool. Well, thank you for honestly answering that question.
Well, always.
And now it's my turn to be under the gun.
Yep. I have my spinner right here. I have categories. I'm going to shuffle them up a bit.
Shuffle them up. Also, in the chat, guys, if you want to throw your pairings up there, you want to answer that question, feel free to do so.
Yeah, please do.
You're all allowed. You're all allowed to do so.
Are you ready, ma'am?
I think so. No, I changed my mind. Too late now. Inspirations. Okay. Does it speak for itself?
I forgot to turn the music off.
I didn't hear music.
I did.
Okay.
Inspirations. I'd like to hear the 3 artists that inspired you most as a music fan growing up.
Ooh. And DC says Cher and Elvis. That'd be a hoot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be hit. Elvis and Barbra Streisand would have been great if A Star Had Born come together the way it was supposed to in 76.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Good point. Good one, DC. Well, Karen Carpenter for sure, right?
Yep.
For sure. 110% Karen Carpenter.
Oh, yeah. Is there anybody from our generation that doesn't think of Karen Carpenter that way? Not very many people. Even rock stars have said Karen Carpenter. So,
I know. What's that about, right? I see a trend. 3, though. 3 is tough. Let's see. From youth, or do you mean like just progressively?
Progressively.
Okay. Love Melissa Etheridge.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Indigo Girls because I like that folky harmony kind of stuff. Just that's where my wheelhouse is. But then as far as like rock, I mean it definitely is genre based, I think, for me, inspired by different artists. Like you like Def Leppard, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I like Tool.
Yike.
I'm
so sure I needed to know that.
I know, a little darker. I do enjoy Tool. I really I liked Cheap, like if you want to go to the rock side, there's Cheap Trick and just of course then Moody Blues, right? You got that.
Yeah.
And ELO and Alan Parsons. There's a lot of different. I got them all over the board. I really am all over the board, depending on my mood.
I know I'm the same way, so
yeah,
that's why we get along so well.
There you go. Just cross moods. There you have it. Okay, and I want to know the chat as well.
Guys, who are you guys been inspired by? Was there anybody you were inspired by in your teen years that you've kind of not, like you've fallen by the wayside with? Somebody that you liked really well that you kind of like, the later stuff isn't so good, or I just got tired of it?
I kind of got tired of Journey. I would say for sure. Journey definitely. And Loverboy and things like that. I just they're kind of meh.
Okay.
At the time though, they were hot, right? I loved them. They were great. But not so much. I still enjoy Rush as well. So but yeah, some of the other ones like that. Huey Lewis, not a big fan of anymore, really. Now Barry Manilow, love and will always love. So I don't know what the difference is there, but
it all changes as you get older and your experiences go different. Yeah.
Yeah, DC says different music for different times of your life. Exactly.
Yep, exactly. That's the way it is.
Yep. Still like Prince. I just don't listen to him as much as I used to. All right, let me pull up the wheel. Fickle finger of fate here is. There we go.
And if you get that reference, you're old.
Mm. Yes. 8. Question
8.
8 it is. Let me just remove this once it goes bye-bye. Removing question 8. All right. Pull that out of there. Question number 8, sir. Question number 8. This is we're gonna put you in, and again, this is a living or dead situation. The artist.
Okay. Okay.
You can have a private lunch or dinner with one artist of your choice. Who is it, and what would you discuss? Hmm. Yeah, I agree. DC, you're right. You can hear those songs so many times.
If we're talking about like because I mean there's so many people I'd love to sit and talk to, but somebody that I'd like to sit down and have dinner with, just discuss a career, a la My Dinner with Andre type thing.
Yeah, you could do that too.
I would probably pick Barry Manilow. I have been a fan for so many years. And he's still with us, so we could definitely do it.
It's doable.
It's not like we'd have to pull Frank Sinatra from the ether or Dean Martin.
No. Let me pull up his calendar and see when he's available.
But yeah, I mean, I've always heard that Barry is a good conversationalist, that he enjoys talking shop with people. And I'd love to know where he got some of his inspiration for some of his songs. He also wasn't afraid to record other people's songs. He didn't like it at first, but he got used to it. And some of his biggest hits he didn't write. So
yeah,
but it would be fun to talk to him about it.
I think you're right. That's very cool. Chat.
What about you?
Else? Huh?
What about you?
You know, I didn't really think about it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's TC's plan.
Yeah, exactly. Turn it around. Well, probably I would really, I think it'd be fun to get to know Jan Arden. There's a lot of other, I mean, as far as I kind of don't know her that well because I did not follow her career like you did. Yeah. But looking at some of the stuff I've been watching lately on YouTube after your influencers show, she's a very interesting person. And I kind of know everything I need. Yeah. Thank you. She's a very interesting person. So I'd like to sit down and, kind of pick her brain and kind of get a feel for who she is and such. Everybody else, like Melissa Etheridge, and of course Karen Carpenter would be interesting, but just, yeah. I already kind of know everything I'm going to know about those people.
Yeah.
Just in retrospect or just from what that information's all out there. And I've followed them long enough to kind of know it,
yeah,
already, or know what I need to know about them and kind of, but yeah, that would be one. I think Jan Arden would be a good choice.
Yeah, I do too. She's awesome. As I said last week on Influencers.
You did.
What do you guys think about that question? Is there somebody you would like to have dinner with? Let us know. We'll talk about it in the chat. In the meantime, let me grab the wheel.
Grab the wheel. Sales and whatnot.
Sales and whatnot.
Okay. What do you want to know about sales and whatnot?
When it comes to sales and whatnot.
Yes.
I'll
take sales and whatnot for 500, Alex.
I bet you're thinking I'm talking about that kind of whatnot, which I'm actually not. What I'm curious about is, have you found anything, music or otherwise, that as a reseller person, that you have been able to sell unexpectedly for a high price? And was there something that you thought might draw well that didn't do diddly?
Oh God, yeah. Well, there's always stuff that you think will do well and doesn't do diddly, but and those are probably more frequent, too frequent to name it sometimes. But
Yeah,
there's
this
things
is
that
why I
surprise
don't
me.
resell.
Exactly, things that surprise me. Yes, and like if you're a reseller, it's a constant learning curve, right? You're always learning new things. There's always more out there that you don't know. I've come across stuff of our own, like when we did that dumpster dive and we picked up those rubber toys and we sold that one for like, I don't know how many $100s. That was surprising to me. Once we looked it up, I mean, I didn't have my phone out and I wasn't looking them up as we were pulling things out of the garbage. We were,
Right.
out of the dumpster. And then I'm also blurry for some reason. I'm also helping out, like, the surplus place, local
Yep.
surplus
Mhm.
place. Their son passed away, yada yada. So I'm helping them with their eBay listings, and I'm finding things there that are just, they look like junk, but you pull them up and do a little research, right? You look everything up, and like these light bulbs were shocking to me. Not, in the electricity way, but they're
Right.
light bulbs. They're actually neon light bulbs. They got a little metal disc inside, sectioned
Uh-huh.
metal disc. You plug them and put them in the light bulb socket, and they glow purple or orange or whatever. And those
Mhm.
were just this big, and they're worth like $50-$60 a piece.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that kind of stuff. So I'm constantly learning and figuring stuff out, and those surprise me. Stuff I thought would sell that didn't. Boy, just
Too much to
random
mention.
stuff. That's harder, actually. And
Yeah.
everything sells for something. But I have donated things like books. Sometimes I'll pick up books that are worth something for 5 minutes and then they're done. And then you turn around, I have to just donate them out. Stuff like that.
Have you found something in that lot of 30,000 45s and sold it for, because you just thought it's like, what the hell is this? And you look it up and it's like worth a fortune and it
Well,
actually
that one
sold?
Alaskan one. Remember that little Alaskan 45?
Yeah, I do
From
remember that. Yeah.
Anchorage? That was worth some money. And then just we've gotten, not in that 30,000, but I think maybe it wasn't that 30,000. No, it was in a craptastic lot, which is what we call them when they don't come with sleeves. There was a Brooks and Dunn that sold for over $100.
Oh, wow.
45, right?
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me. Yeah, some of the
I can't
stuff
even fathom paying that much for a 45. I had enough trouble with last week's.
hits sell better than no hit. Oh, do non-hits sell better than hits? Yeah, it depends. So mostly DC, it's about how many pressings there were, how popular the artist is now. If it was if it's rare, like they only press so many of them, or they only press the promo or stuff like that, those are worth a little more money. But hits can be worth money too. Again, depending on how popular they are at the moment. Like with anything, it's there's a market for it for a time.
Yeah.
So
and then there's a kind of record that you can't find a trace about, like Chain Dry Billfold, which has a number, it's on the label, but man, the label doesn't even acknowledge it existed. I'm like, what the hell? That is just bizarre as all heck.
What happened was probably that the night maintenance crew came in and recorded it. Well, nobody was there. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, there's some unique ones out there. So yeah, it's definitely a treasure hunt with those 45s for sure. And we try to call up and talk about the ones that are worth money when we find them. And I know there's more out there in that stash. That's why I want you guys to come to the Rib Fest so we can start digging through 45s. That'll be fun. Show up and we'll dig through 45s.
Yeah.
Bring your phone.
Yep. And before we go any further, always
shameless
fun.
plug.
come over and join us. I'm there every week practically, as long as I remember, which I haven't forgotten for a while. And a couple of times I couldn't get there, but I'm not spending that much again like I did that on that 145. I've
you
never
too.
bid that high on a single 45 ever.
Was it you and Lurch that did that?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm like, it's just got, I'm like jamming along and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Yeah. That was something else. So we did talk about Whatnot. There you go. Yeah, don't, you must have really wanted that bad.
I did.
Well, you got it, buddy. You got it.
I do.
For sure. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we enjoy bringing that kind of stuff to everybody because it's like every record deserves to be played at least one more time. That's the way I look at it. So even if I'm just cleaning pylons and nobody will even, nobody want records, I guess you call them, or stuff that we bring that's not worth money to sell individually, it's still great music. Yeah. I think every record just wants to be played one more time.
Considering the pylons have been getting more and more people involved every week lately. Julie, right? Lurch, me sometimes. I've kind of cut off of them because I'm running out of room. But,
Julie's in on them, and I think it's great that I've got that Whatnot platform to share them with other people because I strongly feel that every record wants to be played just one more time.
And let's be honest, Whatnot is all about the person playing the records too. You two are always fun to watch and always enjoy watching you and what you're bantering about and Mary's reaction to the really crazy stuff. Always fun.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, we really are enjoying it, or we wouldn't do it. Truthfully. And you guys, all the chat makes it great too, because you guys are like interacting and playing, telling us tidbits of information and commenting on the songs, and it's just a lot of fun. For sure. All right, I'm going to bring up my wheel.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should have put my logo in the middle. I didn't think of that.
Ooh, one.
What is the loneliest number that you ever knew?
Exactly. All right, let me pop this out. Question number 1, sir. If you could start a record label, right? Mm-hmm. What would you call it and why?
I've always dreamed of having my own record label, actually, from the time I was a teenager.
Well, you just go boom, boom. There you go. You got it. You know the answer.
But now I would probably put the TKR logo on it because people know it. Back when I was a kid, I would have called it Starland Records. I would have used I would have licensed the logo from Starland Vocal Band for the word Starland to put on the top of the label and with stars all over it. I thought it would look really cool.
That would look cool.
And I'd signed some great artists too. I would not I would not cheat my artists. I would make sure they were treated well and had good music on the radio. Not like some of these labels do now where they'll release 2 or 3 songs and then drop you like a hot potato because you're not going viral on TikTok, God forbid. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Wow. Don't hold back. How do you really feel?
Yeah. Oh, I've had animosity building up about the record industry for 50 years, Dawn.
I know, right?
Don't uncork that now.
Mary said she loves finding the artists and genres and stuff. And thank you for the compliment, she said. I can understand that. No, really, record labels do they do shaft, but it's a business, right? It's the music business, just like it's the movie business. Hey, Patrick Murphy, how you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Patrick.
We're doing 16 questions, I guess, if we get all through them. We probably won't get them all. We're asking each other probing questions. There's your probing question, Mark. Patrick, I know, Patrick. So, put in the chat. The last question, Patrick, in case you missed it, I asked TC, if you had a record label, what would you call it and why? So go ahead, chat. Let us know what you'd call it. I like Starland. That's cool. Probably when I was younger, I would have called it Sunrise because, dawn, sunrise.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That would have been a good one, too. I don't know what I'd call it now.
Because BT Puppy was already taken.
BT Puppy was taken. Probably now, considering branding and all, probably it would be 2 hip chicks, and it would be a probably all female label.
Yeah.
Works
Hey,
for
it would work. If it works for
gender non-specified artists, I guess would be good too.
Yeah.
I don't know. As long as you don't,
Nemo's already got a deal.
as long as you don't mind being called a chick. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. There you go. Or a Pete, maybe.
The Patrick Murphy experience. There you go.
Amen to that, brother. Yes. The Patrick Murphy experience. I think that would make a great ride at Disneyland. For sure.
Yeah, it'd be filled with assholery. Really would have all kinds of fun.
Yeah. You know how it is. Assholery for sure. All right. Your turn.
Yes, it is. Let's see.
Unfortunately, it's your turn. Take it easy on me, buddy. Take it easy on me. Dinner and a movie.
That's an easy one.
Is it? The winner is dinner and a movie.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite combinations of being able to eat and watch a movie and being able to eat and listen to music?
Ooh. Well, of course, if you're listening to music, you don't want anything like, tortilla chips or anything loud and noisy. You want to be able to hear the music. And my wife would say that probably nothing that crunches would be a choice for any time. But movie-wise, popcorn, of course. Always. You got to have popcorn with your movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're out and about. When you go to the movie theater, it's popcorn, pop, and, the movie. For dinner and a movie, like a date.
Yeah.
I'm a simple kind of gal. I like, pizza. Maybe something Chinese. Chinese always, right? Forever and always Chinese food.
What would you pair, though? Would you pair Italian with The Godfather?
Ooh. Okay, Godfather wouldn't be a thing. So I would probably pair. So definitely Chinese for like everything everywhere all at once. That just makes sense to me for some reason. I don't know. Probably like a sushi for Godzilla, things like that. Is that what you mean? Star Wars, it'd have to be blue milk involved, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Truthfully, how about you guys? Chat, help me. What are your thoughts? You've probably thought about this more than I have.
Well, we just loved it. We just watch movies and have dinner, whatever we have. Are we left out because our Chatters, there was a restaurant called Chatters in our local theater when it was here. And they had really good food, really good prices. So we would usually go eat and then go see a film after work. Or we'd go after we saw the film. So we were always doing the dinner and a movie thing, different movies, different foods. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, Mary's like, real butter for Pete's sake. Yes. Don't use the cheap. No, not the oil, the butter.
Yeah. Oh, I can't stand the oil.
Pizza and movie drive-in pizza is the bomb. Yeah, it's good. Drive-in burgers aren't bad either.
That's one of the cool things about the couple of the repertory theaters we have up here. The Coolidge in Brookline and the Rattle in Cambridge both use real butter on their popcorn. They do not use the popcorn oil. That's the way to go. Yeah, and it's just
you have to ask for it around here.
Of local theaters were closing or have closed, and it's like, that sucks.
You literally have to ask for it because we have Celebration chain here, Celebration Cinema, and you have to ask for real butter. They don't just give it to you; you have to ask for it.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
Well, the ones up here, most of them have a self dispenser of the butter oil. So.
Oh yeah, you can do your own butter oil, and you can actually powder. They've got the powdered flavorings too, but. You want real butter. That's a different story.
Yeah, there's nothing like throwing sand on your popcorn.
Truly.
Kim loves it. I mean, we have a couple jars here in the house. I don't know what the deal is.
Ranch-flavored sand. Parmesan-flavored sawdust. Yes, exactly. That's it. All right. My turn, yeah? Oh, everybody, they already answered. Coming to the stage, the wheel of questions. Oh, three.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Here we go. Question number 3, my friend. You have 30 seconds in a physical record store, not online, physical record store. You have to grab as many free albums as you can. What do you grab first?
Everything.
You can't, as much as you can carry now.
Right.
So you're limited.
I would, if it's only 30 seconds, I would not bother looking for titles or artists. I would just start looking, go to the new release aisle and start popping things in the bag.
As long as it wasn't the country to release aisle, right?
No.
So you wouldn't look for any. You wouldn't look for any specific artist or anything, or
wouldn't be time. By the time you look up the artist, your 30 seconds would be up.
Well, they're usually flagged, right?
Yeah, but what if you want way at the back of the store? I can't move that fast anymore.
That's true. Give me a hover round cart or a shopping cart or something. Soundtracks, Patrick. Of course, here's the plug for the day. Yes, I knew that was Patrick's answer. Yes, indeed. Figured that one was coming. Yes, indeed. I would probably, I might go for the new releases, but I would probably hit. I might do soundtracks, and I think I'm right there with Patrick, but not necessarily that soundtrack. Although if it was in there, that'd be great. I would probably hit soundtracks because I don't have enough. I don't feel in my collection, and they always surprise me. If I trip over a soundtrack for some obscure film, some like in a dollar bin or whatever, dig in the bins, and I bring it home just to check it out. They always surprise me with something there's never really a bad soundtrack album. I might say that with tongue in cheek sometimes, but there's. They always have some redeeming feature, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. So I would probably do soundtracks. Yes, Patrick, we love you too, dear. It's his black heart. His black heart, poor guy. Hey, Landshark, welcome, dude. How you doing? We're talking music. We're doing the 16 questions. Spin the wheel of questions. Spin the wheel of questions. Yeah, that would probably be my thing. So, you just grab out of the new release bin, basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Or the record store day bin.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always more expensive.
That's true. So true. So true. Ridiculously true, unfortunately.
All right.
Your turn. Your turn. Hit me.
Let's see what we got here.
I see the one there. I just realized what it said.
You do?
Watch it show up. Nope, that's not the one I was worried about.
Nope.
The other blue one was the one I was looking at and laughing. DJ Days. DAZE. Often, yes.
Yep. Most people who know you were a DJ for years.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a couple of the funniest stories you remember when you were a DJ.
Ooh. Now, when I say DJ, I was a party DJ. I was a bar DJ. I didn't I wasn't on the radio.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly
weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Radio thing, I probably wouldn't have asked it because you don't usually get that for radio stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, brisses, whatever you want. I played it all, right? Birthdays, and at the bar. It never ceased to amaze me how often, and this was a up northern Michigan redneck small town bar. Okay, it was called the Brown Bear.
Okay.
And they had a room in the back behind the heating and cooling place in the same building. So it was kind of behind the heating and cooling place where we'd set up the room and we'd play there on Friday and Saturday nights. It never ceased to amaze me after everybody's been slightly imbibed and had a few to drink and the music's been playing and playing for a while, how many people will stand up on a chair and scream, "Free bird!" That kind of thing.
I live with one of those.
Yes. or old time
she
rock
doesn't
and roll.
need any. She does not need any booze in her to do it.
Okay, there you go. So Freebird, old time rock and roll. Yep, exactly. Those kind of things. Skinner, that kind of thing. But the one incident where there was a pretty rowdy group, and we had tower speakers, and we had speakers on stands, and I had a big DJ table that we had built that rolled around. It looked like a giant coffin on wheels. And it's about as heavy. It was heavier than shit. It's all made of wood. Yeah. And it had the lighting rig in it, and it had the rack in it. It had the turntables on top and the mixing board in the center. And and then the lights would suspend up and over, and the whole thing. But the rowdy, I can't remember what song it was now. It might have been do you know the song, what is it? The rodeo song? Have you ever heard of it?
It sounds
I'll give you
familiar.
a sample of it. It's 40 below when I don't give up. Gotta get rid of the truck, get them off to the rodeo. That one?
Yeah,
okay.
I do know that.
It was during the rodeo song. And it was a very rowdy song. It's like Alabama left, Alabama right. Yeah, that song. They were dancing all over the floor and ended up just blowing through the speakers. Both one side, the speakers are on either side. The tower of speakers got piled over. They fell and landed on that, and then ended up pushing my DJ's rig over toward the other set of speakers, and pretty much just obliterated the entire setup temporarily. But yeah, literally rowdy obnoxious people was my worst story. My absolute worst story.
I hope you got paid extra for that night.
That night, I hope I got. Yeah, I can't remember now. I think most of it survived. It was more just, wounded pride and okay, the party's over kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weirdest story. Now, what about you? You've done a little. Have you not done any DJing?
I did a few DJ. I didn't do anything professional. I did it in high school for a couple of dances and a few friends. Nothing really steps out at me other than the fact that people would complain every now and then that you'd play something that you couldn't dance to. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's the idea. So you have time to just mingle and music is in the background. Because let's face it, when I was growing up, high school kids, they didn't really dance to each other. They, girls sat on one side, guys sat on the other. Occasionally you get some adventurous people jumping onto the floor, but not most of the time. And so when I picked a few songs, I picked so they would have time to just mingle and chat and not, no, you can't dance. Well, what do you want me to do? You said your hand is, you want to just mingle, Or when you do that, everybody's on the dance floor with everything else you do.
Usually.
That's the trick.
Unless you're playing somebody's shitty request. That's another thing I hate. Very horrible shitty request. Like they're like, oh dude, play this song, this is great, or whatever, and you play it and everybody just kind of goes, what the hell are you doing? It's a request. Talk to Bob over here. He wanted to hear it. Bob might not even be on the floor dancing to it. I don't know, but there you have it. One of my memorable DJs. Oh, here we go. This is the band. As to host a few City of Heroes anniversaries and the host of show. Okay, cool. City of Heroes. I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's in the best spot ever.
Yeah, he is.
He's in the best spot ever. You're in the best space ever, buddy.
But he doesn't actually have to live in the city. He gets to live across the bridge.
I know, right? He's just in the best space ever. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. It's a nerd thing. All right. It is my turn. Right? You only got 4 left.
It is. Yes, it is.
You only got 4 left and we got 20 minutes. So let's do this. Ready? 7. 7. All right. Question
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7.
7. Okay.
Sorry,
Let me get
Sesame
this off
Street flat pack. Okay.
All right. Question 7. Game nerd thing. I love it. What one piece of audio equipment could you not live without that you currently own? It's just one.
I don't really have that much audio equipment.
Uh-huh.
I have stuff that's in storage. What I have here is my turntable and my keyboard, my turntable and my amplifier and my tape deck and stuff. But truthfully, of everything I use more than anything, I probably use the computer more than anything to listen to music.
There you go.
Most of my stuff is ripped.
That makes sense.
So when I'm sitting here working, I can have my headphones on and not disturbing the neighbors because we live in an apartment. I mean, I love to play records too, but I have over 500,000 MP3s. So this is what, and people are like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe you. No, and that's legit. That's legit. Your computer, your hard drive that they're stored on, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's it. The hard drive. Yeah.
Plus you stream stuff, so you're streaming on your computer probably, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So it's not
I used to stream all the time on my phone when I traveled back and forth to work. And then I had an MP3 player with me too. But yeah. I mean, I love my turntable. Don't get me wrong. I love vinyl. I'm a record collector. I've been a record collector all my life. CDs too. But music, to me, I don't really care about the medium as much as I care about the content.
Got it. No, that's totally makes sense to me. Totally.
Which a lot of vinyl community people are going like, what are you talking about? You can't listen. No, you don't listen to anything that's not on vinyl. You got to have a hard piece of something. If it's just digital crap, I don't want to hear that. That's garbage. That's not true.
No. I don't think they all feel that way, but a lot of them do. I agree.
Yeah, there are quite a few of them.
All right. Sam Broadcaster had to boot up my. Oh, wow. Yeah, isn't that ridiculous how much they'll charge you for a license for things nowadays? Even like if you're a business owner, QuickBooks, they're, and that kind of thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah, whatever happened to owning the software?
I don't know. Recently gave up Sirius and I dug out my old MP3 player. I was really sick. I know, right? I have
Sirius. I never listened to it. I should cancel it. I never listened to it. I've had it for 3 years.
We had when you get a new car, you get it for a month or two or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's never anything that I really listen to that much. So I never stuck with it. And it doesn't work in the city and it doesn't work when you go under an overpass, stuff like that. But I have multiple MP3 players that I use at different times and different things are loaded on them or whatever. I think probably any CD player would be my number one because CD drive in the computer. Yes. CD drive in the car. Yes. We in order to transfer a lot of the physical media that we own, which is in CD, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in a box upstairs, are all passed over onto hard drive. So a CD burner or record, or player is necessary for that. So right now there are a lot of different pieces of equipment I love and I wouldn't want to live without. But if I didn't have any way to listen to the CDs that we own or to transfer them to a medium like, an MP3 or whatever that I could listen to it.
Yeah.
That would be the hardest for me.
Yeah. I had to buy a separate drive for the new computer because it didn't come with a built-in CD drive.
They don't even.
Yeah. It works great and it rips great. The sound quality is great, but it was like, okay, took me a while, trial and error to get it to work with the computer. And I purchased a bunch of secondhand CDs since getting into the vinyl community. I still have 200 or more that I haven't ripped yet because I have to redo they don't pull up when I try to rip them. I have to do the manual typing into the song and artist. And eventually when I get those on, there's another, 2,000, 3,000 songs.
But once you put them in, are you using media player?
I actually use a program called Music Bee.
And they're not in there?
What's not in there?
The metadata information from the
No,
CD?
metadata on those CDs comes from the same source wherever you rip it from. Usually, there's like 3 or 4 sources, and I couldn't find it on any of those. So I have to. I have a Yam House CD sitting over here from Christmas that is it's an independent release, so they're not going to have it unless it's there. It's just like trying to put an independent release into Discogs. The chances are good you're going to have to enter it. You're not going to be able to just pull it up.
Yeah,
so.
true.
I'll get around to it eventually.
And I was not about to replace it. Oh, I don't blame you for that. But they're not that expensive nowadays with car radios. You can get them fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Fairly cheap. Also used Cool Edit for Pro. Okay. Edit Pro 2 for audio editing, which is now Adobe Studio. Is it really? Adobe. Don't even get me started. Everybody's saying, hey, Glams, welcome, dear. We're just spinning a wheel and asking each other questions. Truthfully.
Yeah, I was going to say Winamp is still out there, but yeah, I don't trust anything Windows tells me is malware. If Windows tells you it's malware, it means Windows is trying to market something exactly like it, and they don't want you to have their competitor. That's what I usually think.
Wow. Okay. Ranting and raving with TC at dawn. There you go.
Yeah.
Let me do Winamp. Yeah, Winamp was okay. And you don't like audio, what is it? What's the audio one that you won't you don't use? Hang on a second. Audacity, was that it?
Oh, I have Audacity for when I need it. Yeah, I can use it. I used to use Vegas on everything, and then I use Magic. Now I use Filmora for everything, including sound files.
Sony Vegas is in Sony Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had it since well before Sony bought it. I actually started using it when I worked at Disc Jockey, and a couple computers ago I gave up on it. It was just too expensive anymore. And
they incorporated that into a video software too, right?
Yeah.
Vegas, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm saying, hey, Miss Winamp. What's this? It's on my WX78 hard drive. Oh, okay. We need to talk about this, Patrick. I don't know what you got. That's kind of cool. All right. My turn.
Your turn.
Your
my turn to spin.
Yeah.
Let's go.
My turn to answer the question.
Missing classics.
Okay. Missing classics.
And this is going right to the vinyl community for one of our favorite topics. Do you have any grails when it comes to vinyl?
Same one you have, only I don't want to pay for it.
Offering? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, first Carpenter's album. I don't want to pay for that. It's the same album. It's just a different cover, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly the same album as Ticket to Ride, but it has a completely different cover and different liner notes. And
so, I mean, if I tripped over that in a dollar bin, I would. Oh yeah, pick it up. If nothing else, just have the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, I got the album. I don't have any that I'm like dying to get my hands on right now. I would love a complete. So I'd love a complete Melissa Etheridge collection in vinyl. I have a few, but a lot of her stuff was it came out more on CD than it did on vinyl. That was during that phase when vinyl was dropping tremendously.
Yeah, you probably had to get it through the record clubs if you were getting the earlier stuff.
Yeah. So, wait, what? Glam says, we just inherited a bunch of Carpenter's albums. Are those worth a bunch? So the Carpenter's album we're talking about is their first album. Is called, it's called Ticket to Ride when it was reissued. But what was it called before that?
When it was originally released, it was called Offering. It came out in 1969 with a different cover, and it was. But other than that, I doubt that they're worth that much, Glams.
Not a lot.
They're very common albums, most of them.
Yeah,
the only exceptions might be if you happen to have in that collection the second greatest hits, which is a gold foil cover, and Carpenter's Live at the Palladium. Those are both England releases. They were never released in the US, and those can sometimes fetch a pretty penny.
Actually, they're the singles LP with the first greatest hits.
Yeah,
it does bring in, and it doesn't bring in mega bucks, but compared to some of the other albums they have, if it's in good condition, if it has the original liner notes in it, and everything, the booklet. Remember the booklet?
the booklet. Yeah,
all that.
Yeah.
It's
never
worth
thank you enough for resupplying me with one of those.
You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. 25 to sometimes 30, depending, and it could go up or down depending on how popular she is at any given moment. But yeah,
and I think everything has been re-released. Also, if you go over to the UMG website, everything, including Love Lines, which had not been released on vinyl before, is now out on vinyl. The only thing that's missing is Karen's solo album, and I've been pushing that for Record Store Day for the past 3 years, and nobody's listening to me.
Yeah,
so,
I have it on CD. I don't have it on vinyl.
I have digital.
I mean, as far as missing classics, I won't know until I see it.
Yep.
It's one of those things. It's like, holy shit! Look at this. I have the. I love them, and I don't have the copy of this. Then it's a grail, I guess. But nothing I'm really actively looking for right now, except the artists that I do collect, and if I find something they have on vinyl, great.
Cool.
That kind of thing. Patrick said one of the first buys on YouTube was from Two Hip Chicks. I didn't know I needed the cover sleeve of Thunderdome until Dawn and Mary showed it. I know, right? Oh my God, I need that. That's how it is with me, Patrick. I'm the same way.
Yeah. Me too.
They're not worth a lot, but hey, if you have a full, complete set of Carpenter's albums, you could sell them as a collection.
And if they're in good shape, that's even better.
Yeah. And if they're in really good shape.
Original packaging, original, like you have the embossed version of A Song for You. If you have the fold version of Carpenter, it depends.
The tan album, yeah.
Yeah, the tan
exactly. Album. Yep. Inherited a big record collection and record players, so I don't have to start looking at covers and play grading them. Yes. Enjoy that process. I would throw myself on that process for you, Glams, but I want you to enjoy the process because it is a lot of fun, and you should do that for sure. All right, my turn.
Yes, it is. This will probably be the last one. So
I want to know about people's grails out there too, guys. What are you guys looking for? Are you looking for anything in particular? All right, adding to the stage. You have 3 options left, sir. 6. 6.
6.
6. Let me get the book out. The book of questions. Hang on a second. There we go. The book of questions. Number 6. You ready for this? It is a long process, but it's fun. It's music. Tell us about the most disappointing record you have ever purchased. And while he thinks about that.
I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute. Wow.
Okay. So yeah, it can take a long time to play records, hon, but it's music, dang it, and you might enjoy it. I think it's totally worth it. She wouldn't mind the Cheech and Chong album with the original joint paper in it, which here is very much, yeah. True. I say if you don't want to listen to them, just bring them as is to the Classy Crap Pride auction and somebody will buy them. Probably me. There you go. God knows I'll buy records.
You have completely stumped me on that.
I've stunned him.
I've got so much I haven't listened to yet that I hope none of them are disappointing.
There you go.
I have, I've purchased albums by people I love, and I haven't really thought the album was that great. I'm shockingly, as I've told you before, I'm really super picky about live albums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There are certain live albums I love, and other ones I'm just kind of ambivalent about, and those I don't like at all. I'm kind of ambivalent about Carpenter's Live at the Palladium because I don't think they do enough of their hits. They do just that long medley of them, and then the rest
Right.
of it's all this other stuff. I can't stand Caught in the Act, Styx's live album. I think it stinks from beginning to end. I was very disappointed with that one because I loved
Okay.
Styx at the time, and it ended up being their last album of that grouping. Because
Right.
Dennis would be out of the band. But
Yep.
other than those two, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, especially recently, that I purchased that I thought was absolute crap, or I didn't like, or it was weaker than I expected.
Oh, I can think of one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Def Leppard album?
Oh yeah, the Def Leppard. It's good. I don't love it, but the more
Wasn't
I
what you
listen to it,
expected.
yeah, the more I listen to it, the better I'm liking it. Some of the treatments are so strange, though. With the whole taking their rock stuff and putting it with the symphony, and it's great. It was. I don't know if I would say it's a disappointment. It's definitely something that takes getting used to.
Yeah.
But there are several numbers on there that I just love. I think they did really great.
I listened to it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, and it is different, but it's good. I thought it was good. I didn't go into it expecting
Yeah.
Great expectations or a deep love of their work like you do have. You really really are into them, and I'm just like, well, this is an interesting interpretation of the song.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting.
Larry's making deals here.
Interesting.
Look at Larry's making deals. Yeah, I agree with the Rush moving pictures. Love that album. Yep. Larry is now making deals with Glams. Thanks, Larry, for jumping in there when I was being polite about it. Okay.
Without spinning, I'm going to give you one more of these questions because Mary wants to know what Mary's Bane is, and then we can call it quits.
What is Mary's Bane?
What is Mary's Bane? Mary's Bane is this question. What are 3 songs you absolutely love that Mary cannot stand?
Well, I could let her answer that, I suppose, but I know that she's not a fan of club music.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what club music is, right? It's very, that kind of thing. You only live 30 minutes. I know, Larry. I'm just giving you shit. So that kind of thing. So club music right out the gate. If it comes in with a hard beat, or she's just like, turn that off, or change it, please, or whatever. Yeah, techno for sure. And I do like that kind of stuff on occasion. Seriously, in this heart of mine beats the. In my chest beats the heart of a 20-year-old gay man at a dance club. That's just the way it works. So,
are you sure you haven't been to Eurovision before? Oh my God. Okay.
I know, really. What am I missing? Right? What am I missing? What am I missing? So yeah, it definitely that kind of thing. She's not a fan of mashups either. Although there's like one mashup she really likes, which is a take on 6 songs. What is it called? Now I can't remember the name of it. When 6 songs collide. She likes that one. But other than that, not a fan of mashups, And so those are, I'd say that's her bane. So if we're driving down the road and like we play the game of I'm driving, I get to pick the music. Right?
Driver
if you're not driving, you don't get to pick the music. You got to tolerate it. I will give her some pity and some room and not play a lot of techno and not a lot of that. But there is a mix in there.
Weird is I'm not a big techno fan. I'm not a big, overall. I like some EDM, but I love Avicii. I love Kygo. I love a number of them, and I think they're awesome. I'm not sure Kim would like it. Kim does have a few like that with me. Kim absolutely loathes any version of MacArthur Park. She calls it possibly the stupidest song ever written. I'm
not going to argue with her.
I love Donna Summer's version. What can I say? And I like Richard Harris's version.
I love Donna Summer. Richard Harris, no. No. Anything Richard Harris did, no. But yeah, I agree with her on the MacArthur Park. It is a dumb song, but I like Donna Summer's version of it because it's Donna Summer singing it. Mary, like songs that come to mind would be In the Club.
Yeah.
Put Your Hands Up for Detroit, stuff like that. She's just not a big fan of.
Yeah. The other song Kim absolutely detests, and she's made it clear on several occasions on various shows, is Rupert Holmes' Escape the Pina Colada song.
Right.
She hates that song.
Yeah. Because they were both cheating, damn it. And they
Yeah.
Rock of Ages. Yes. That's a good one.
Mm.
For sure. Let me see. Glams likes mashups. Cool. Choir Kid. Hello, lovelies. Oh, hello. Hey, Aisha, how you doing, babe? We actually like a lot of the same. We do like a lot of the same music. It's just there's some things that it does help my car rides, but there's some songs that she's just not enthused about at all. And it's mostly the club hard thumping stuff that she's not impressed with.
Kim also has zero tolerance for my easy listening stuff, which is just really sad because I love all of that stuff, but she particularly can't stand Holiday for Strings, which she calls Plinky Plunker Happy Homemaker music. So, yeah, no, there you go.
This stuff Mary will respect mine as well. There's stuff I don't like that she likes. She loves Enya. I'm
not a big Enya fan. I like Clannad. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Enya though.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Now I do like like, do you remember the albums that came out was Pure Moods, where they had all the different
I have several of those,
the chants and all that stuff on it. It was very cool. But what can I say? Grandpa loves what? Blue Eye Blues, which I'm not a great fan of. So like Northern Blues, like okay, we're talking Blue Eyed Soul kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm here trying for the workday. That's okay. Welcome in, dear. You unwind away. Michael McDowell. Not Michael McDonald. Who's Michael McDowell?
Yeah, are you sure we're not talking Michael McDonald? I love Michael McDonald. I loved his Motown's albums. They were great.
Yeah, his Motown album was really good. Motown album was good. I agree. Sharon prefers anything on this
album. He did 3 of them.
Well, the first one.
The first one is great, yeah.
Prefer Surf for Instruments.
McDonald, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, McDonald. Oh, it is Michael McDonald you don't like. Really? Really? How? Okay. I keep forgetting. Was Fire. Yes, I agree. That was a good song. How does a white man sound so black? That's my question.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's just got a great voice. Sorry, Patrick, you and I will have to disagree.
I think right on the nose. If you didn't wake up at 3 a.m. to Enya on an infomercial, you don't know the 1990s.
Oh my God.
So perfect.
Exactly.
So perfect. Yeah.
Please stop me. Yeah, stop now. And I can't watch, I can't hear Arms of an Angel from Sarah McLachlan without thinking of kittens and puppies. It's just the way it works.
I know.
I can't do it.
Sarah McLachlan songs, yeah.
Yep.
Oh Lord, we're way over our
might be the
time.
only exception to the rule. Yeah, right.
What do you have planned this week, Dawn?
So, as you know, tomorrow is Chick Chat. We're at noon. We're talking to you guys again, just having a good time, hanging out. And then Tuesday night, we're doing the Whatnot, which you've already played my little bump for.
I did.
Thank you very much. Whatnot, we got another great selection. I don't know if you had a chance to go look at them. They're all loaded up and ready to look at. So please go check them out.
I did. I'll be there.
You'll be there. Are you pre-bidding? Is that the deal?
I don't know. I might have to. The way Lurch has been giving me a run for my money, and the other.
I want to get in there early, buddy. Exactly. I know. And then Wednesday we're on Johnny's again doing the Hump Day. I am going to try to bring some 45s to that, just for old time's sake. And then Thursday at noon again we're doing Chick Chat, but we're doing, of course, Estate Sale Bingo, where you get to print a card and follow along while we kind of tromp through digitally, an estate sale. So that'll be a lot of fun.
I don't have that one loaded, unfortunately.
Okay,
fix that.
That's all right. I know. I finally played it the other day. It was great. I mean, I remember being drunk in the what? I know. And he was just past it. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of fun. You guys keep telling me you like it. We're going to keep doing it. For sure.
It's very fun.
Mary won, like, not last time. I don't know who anybody won last time.
Mary got it first. Yeah, and then nobody else did.
And then I think maybe Larry got it. Somebody got it. No, it was Silver-Haired Stacker, I think, got it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you go. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. What are you doing?
I have shows all week at usually at 11 a.m. That's Obscuria Bolts, Monday through Friday. I have shows at 4 and 7 most nights. Different shows coming up. I've got a couple of new shows coming up in the next couple of weeks, and getting stuff finally over on Mixcloud, and a few other things going right here in the next couple of weeks.
Sweet.
And of course, join me and my lovely wife Kim with her show on TKR Video Central every day of the week. Come over for Obscuria. It's lots of fun.
It is. It is. I agree. Always fun. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming in. We appreciate you for hanging out with us.
Before we forget.
Yeah.
2 weeks from tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We will be on at a special later time to accommodate a special guest coming on with us. We're going to talk about sound-alike records with our friend Ben Minot. He is the perpetrator of the Oddity Archive channel, and he will be with us at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I know. It's like, do the math.
On the next show, and that'll be 2 weeks from tonight, which I think is June 5th. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but our next show, it'll be 2 hours later. It'll be on our channel. So come on down, guys. But we are going to simulcast again. So whoever you found us, thank you so much for finding us yet again.
And it'll be a lot of fun.
It will be. Sound-alike records. Come on. You got to love that.
Oh,
I got a pile of them.
Oh, you do?
Well, the hit records.
Some of them are pretty craptastic,
I know, right? Exactly. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, we will.
You guys rock.
And we'll just be around while I try to get the end thing ready.
So I was born a poor white child.